Okay, as promised in our previous video, today we are going to go through 4 different areas to find either quotes, tenders, or active projects. Now I know there is many a database available. Some of you have got clients that you know. You've been in the industry for 15-20 years and you've built up a database, but yet you struggle to get work. Needless to say, you need networking. You need a database that you didn't build. Also, you need a database of tenders where you do not need to go through every single department tender database. Because as I've shown you in the previous video, you go to CIDB, you go to eTender. Are they online? Are they offline? eTender, keywords, where do you search? How do you get it done? Have you got the tender number? You can subscribe to some of the websites that will send you the adverts, but then you still have to go and search and you miss a lot of tenders. Therefore, without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's get some solutions and let's get some work. Okay, let's jump right in. I use a platform called Leads to Business. I'm not affiliated. I don't get paid to use them. I pay for the platform myself, or my company does. Alright, as an overview of the Lead to Business website, or platform for a lack of a better word, you have 4 choices. You've got the vendor for RFQs, you've got buyer for RFQs sent if you're a contractor that needs pricing. Then you've got live tenders and active projects. Okay, let's then therefore go into RFQs received. Under RFQs received, there's a few items that immediately stands out. Here you can see bills that are currently being priced and by whom, what is the contract number, and so much more. You can click on this link, which is the orange little chain, which will show you the link tender. This one, the link project. So let's look at the link project. Under the link project, you can go down to the trades, and here you can see all the different trades which is currently being priced on. You can therefore contact the project manager or the company that is currently tendering and submit your pricing. Okay. Or else, as you can see, there is the bidders as I've spoken about. So you can email them directly, call them, or actually provide them with the price direct from this platform. Okay, let's go back then to the vendor platform. On the right hand side, there's award notifications, which shows the different companies or different tenders and who the company is that has actually been awarded this project. Same, you can go on and click on the orange link or the green link and contact this contractor directly and supply him with a price. Further, at the bottom, you as a company, when using the platform, will receive requests for quotes, which will give you the project, what trades they've requested you to quote on, the contract number, the company that contacted you, and by when they need the price. If any drawings has been attached, this is where you'll find it. You can download the RFQ as an Excel document and then submit your prices via PDF, which means you only have to save that Excel format database, price list, as a PDF, attach, and it will upload. Okay. Let's go back to the tenders. Under the buyer is when you already have a tender you want to work on and you need some RFQs from your suppliers. Then you click on that, and as I've already done, I've set up a project that I'm busy tendering on. Under the project, I'm going to request prices. I've taken a bit of a shortcut and already uploaded my terms and conditions and so forth. So let's look at, we need quotes or pricing on access control and security systems. It's going to be in the Western Cape, but we don't want to filter them under serviceable regions, only under the company location. I will show you what I mean by that shortly. Your bill or access control part of your bill will come up, and it will also give you a selection of contractors in that area. You can see there's 5 pages of access control and security, and the selected regions will come up and it will say 226 suggested vendors. So what the company location means is, like right here it says Ottery. It means the company is situated in Ottery. If you put in serviceable regions, then you'll have someone like this company that is in Brackenfell, but they can work in Zimbabwe, Nigeria, South Sudan, Uganda, Tanzania, which at the end of the day, you're not in those areas. So you don't want to receive too many suggestions. You want the suggestion of companies in the area. By clicking on the actual company name, contact person, you can now select, I'm just going to select a few. You can select them, and by scrolling down, you can then send them an SMS and also send them the RFQ. But before we do that, you can also send them a note. All data and drawings has been uploaded to the tender. You can save that note, which will immediately come up here. You can send the RFQ, send it, and that's gone. Those suppliers or companies will then receive your RFQ, which will come up precisely in your the vendor section of the platform. Okay, so next we're gonna jump into the tenders. You've now shown you the buyers section, but in order to get to the buyers section, obviously you need to get a tender. So let's look at a live tender. You can also set up a match your profile where you can do a specific search for specific tenders. Let's go down and see. Okay, let's just look at this tender. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. As you can see, it's closing on the 14th of Feb. You have to pay X amount to get the tender itself, but here's the bill of quantities in the meantime. So if you are willing to participate, you can already start looking at the tender and price it accordingly. But let's go and have a look at a different one as well. Okay, let's look at this one. Here we're going to have 954664. It's supply and delivery of cables, kiosks and pole mounted enclosures. I've already opened it, and you will find that the document itself isn't actually on this advert, but you are being supplied with a link to go and get the document. If you click on the link, you'll see Bergrivier Municipality, and here's your tender. Now you can click on download and actually download the tender document and continue pricing and completing all the different requirements of the tender. That, in short, is how to get a tender document. If there's, in some of the tender documents, you'll find the BOQ is like 100 pages of 500, 600, 700 items to be priced. You want to do it, but you want to do it in a way that you can price easy. I found by using Excel or Microsoft Excel, I can do the things much faster. I use a different program called RABCCS, also no affiliation, but I utilized that system because I can build a database of my prices, my database of my labor costs, my cost to company, and so much more. I will, in a later video, explain that to you, show that to you, so that you can also utilize a similar basis. All right, let's go back to active projects. Okay, under active projects, we will then find projects that is currently busy with, and you can then, if it's in your area or an area where you work, you can get into that and see what kind of construction is being done. That will also give you the tender document or the tender area, who's the bidders that was actually tendering, your civil engineer, and so much more. But then you can contact the bidder and price for certain items that he requires, which increases again your chances of work. At the end of the day, why do we use platforms like this? Why is platforms like this so important? And it's only because of one reason, only one, and that is we need work. We need a place where we can actually find some work, where we can say, we found the following leads. Leads are not something that is easily available. And unless you have a contact in a department, municipality, clients, that will tell you there's a tender available, you will miss out. You will miss out. That's why you need a platform like this. The platform might not be Leads to Business. I don't particularly use anyone else. I don't use CIDB. I don't use eTender. I don't use several other websites. And why? As I've shown you in a previous video already, if I just click on going into JDA, for instance, that is Joburg Development Agency. It is not just one click. There's several, and actually thousands of websites where you have to go and search for work. Now let's go to Joburg Market. That's the next one. Joburg Metrobus. That's the next one. Now we've only done 3 of the departments in Joburg. Joburg's Roads Agency. And that one takes a long time. And that means for every different site, you need to actually click and go, click and go. That's why I use a database or a platform. I use it solely because it saves me a lot of money. It saves me time, which means I don't need to pay someone to sit there for 10 hours or 8 hours a day searching every single website. I can go to a platform, see if there's work, give my people the instructions to download, or I can already download it, give it to them, and continue with the tender process. That's important. You're cutting out a lot of work by using a platform. It's like having a network at your fingertips. At your fingertips, not someone else. This is it for this video. I hope that the next time you've already found some work, you are happy, and let's get to work and have a very nice and productive day ahead. Thank you.